Hello everyone, it's Justine. Today I'm showing you a card using the Parcel and Post Heart Decorations die. And it is a small but mighty die, let me tell you. I'll show you what the die is and a card that I'm going to make with the product. So I will have that linked in the description below, as well as a couple of the tools that I'm using here, such as my die holder, my glue, my tool-in-one, and the die. So let's quickly talk about what the die is. Like I said, it is a small but mighty die. It is meant to go with the mailbox die from the Parcel and Post, although I do not have that. So I wanted to be creative and kind of make something unique. So there are 3 sizes of hearts in this die, and then there is a 4th set or 4th size that is quite small that makes 3 little ones. Then there is this love sentiment, and there's also an X. So what I imagine them doing is using the X and O to do a little XO, a little stand, but you could also just have it say love. And then to make the stands, they give you a few different sticks. So there's one stick that's on the X, and that one would probably go with the X since it is slanted. These circle ones could go with the hearts, the flat ones for the E and the L, the rounded one for the O, and the small one for the V. So that's all there is to this die. It is quite small, but like I said, small but mighty, especially with hearts. There's so many things you can make with hearts and the sentiment love or XO, especially for Valentine's cards. Although it is not Valentine's Day anywhere close, actually. It's July, but you always need anniversary cards and wedding cards, and summer is quite a big time for weddings. So if you have a wedding you need to go to, this would be kind of a fun card to make. So what I did was I cut out the sticks and the letters with gold mirrored cardstock, and this was some leftovers from one of the sheets that I received in one of the card kits. But if you're not interested in the card kits, but you like the gold mirrored cardstock, they do sell it on their website. And they also have a silver, which is really pretty. So I'm just going to first glue these on. Since the gold mirrored cardstock isn't a fibrous paper, I wanted to make sure the glue was on it first so it had a chance to kind of set before I went ahead with the hearts. Okay. And I wanted the background of this card to have a little bit of interest because the die is kind of exploding from, the hearts are exploding from the love sentiment. I wanted the background to have some interest, so I actually had this red or maroon colored cardstock that I don't know where it's from, so it's kind of marbly or pearly. Pearly is probably a better word for it. And then I took an embossing folder from my stash, and this one was from Simon Says Stamp, yes. And just gave the background a little texture. So my overall design is going to have the love down here and then the hearts kind of coming forth from it. So I already glued on some of the little hearts to the bigger hearts just to save a little time in the video, but I will glue on some of them for you to see. And to make my hearts, I used all scrap paper from my scrap drawers. I don't save a lot of paper scraps just because I don't have a lot of room. But I do have a little drawer system that is dedicated to different colors of scrap paper, and whatever fits in those drawers for that color is what I save, and that's it. So it works out pretty good, but especially for little hearts and little embellishments, just to have a little corner of a scrap is a little more understandable than taking a huge piece of cardstock, even like a 8.5 by 11 or a 12 by 12 to make a small heart. It doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever, to each their own. So to make these hearts, I cut out with darker red cardstock. Let's see, I cut out that 2 times. So I have a couple extra leftovers over here. Then I used the same die, this one, and I cut that out twice with the lighter red that I have. And then I used the 3 small hearts, this die, to cut out a couple extra gold hearts for kind of scattering. So this is the overall layout that I would like my hearts to go in. I'm not going to glue them down yet because I don't have my love glued on. And since that's kind of the main part of the card, I want to make sure that that is centered how I prefer first before I put the hearts on. So with a little liquid glue, actually I'm going to start with the center ones and work my way out. It's a little easier if there are 5 letters or really any odd amount of letters to center on something like this, because you can, maybe I'll just have them go in the, no, okay, yeah, I'll just kind of put it there. Anyway, if you have 5 or any odd numbers, it's a little easier to center it because you can put the middle one down first and then work from the inside out, which is somewhat of my mindset here, but I am working from the inside out with 2 center letters. Okay, stay down. And I did not glue on this background here to my card base yet because I plan on trimming off the extra parts of the little sticks. I think this would make a really sweet wedding card or anniversary card, and I don't think we have any weddings coming up. Maybe next summer a couple, but I do have an anniversary coming up, so maybe I'll use that for that reason. I don't know. We'll see. I might just go in my stash or go on my bulletin board. I'm a teacher, so naturally I have to have a bulletin board at home. No, but I have a bulletin board that I keep some of my favorite cards on that I have either made or received, and I like to update it every once in a while, so maybe I'll put this one on there until an occasion arises. We'll see. I really like my little reverse tweezers here for jobs like this because they're just very helpful. All right, I'm going to let those really glue on, and then I will chop them off in a bit. Now I'm going to work on my hearts. I will start with the inside out, similar to the letters. Now this first heart, I will try to line up with my O and V, and also use the embossing folder details here to kind of help guide me. And if it isn't perfect, I'm okay with that because it's art and it's not meant to be perfect. There we go. Lovely. I really like the Parcel and Post collection. I don't have the mailbox, like I said before, but I think the mailbox is adorable. And they also have kind of a Christmassy embellishments like the hearts here, but Christmas related, so kind of like holly and things like that. And you could do basically the same idea of this card with the Christmas decorations as well, if you're feeling Christmassy. You know, there's quite a lot of the Christmas things coming out in July from Spellbinders, and it's just really fun to see some of the new products, and I'm especially excited about the, let's see, where is it? The stitched argyle background. So that's coming out July 14th, and it's on the Spellbinders website already, so I don't feel like I have to be secretive about that one. So when this video's up, it should be on the website for purchasing. You know what I'll do? I will put a link in the description to this set of dies, and then I'll also just link like the Parcel and Post collection, and that will bring you to seeing the whole collection. Now, I was chatting and not really paying attention to where my things were lined up, and really this should have been over. So what I'm going to do is just slice off a little bit of this side. That's what happens when I get talking. Oh well, we're improvising. Just a little. Okay. And since I have my paper trimmer out, I will just take this and trim my little sticks off as well. And since I trimmed off a little bit of my other side, I'm going to cut a little bit of my red paper as well. Voila. That looks so weird. Anyway. Okay, I'm glad that I cut out some of the hearts out of the gold mirrored cardstock, because I think that will really kind of coordinate here. So I'm going to just take some double-sided tape and put this on my card at this point, because my gold mirrored hearts are going to need a little bit more time to dry on this piece when I put them on. So I want my card to be kind of ready for those hearts. Okay, that looks like it's lined up okay to me. And I'll just press it down. Okay, heart time. I think my jewel picker here is a pretty good tool for picking up little embellishments like gems, sequins, and even paper like this, because it just picks it up without issue. So definitely like that. I got mine from I bought some like gem embellishments. Actually, they think they were technically for nails, and I like them for cards. But this gem picker came with those little rhinestones. I think I'm going to put a heart in there. That looks good to me. So I'll just put a dot of adhesive glue, or wet adhesive, and put the heart down. Well, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and it helps kind of send out the video to other people who might like it. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. I put out a lot of videos like this, and my July and August is already filling up with videos on my schedule here, so there should be quite a few videos coming out. So if you're interested, stick around. But if not, that's fine too, and I hope you enjoyed watching me make this card today. Thanks for watching. Bye!